Hey, how's everyone doing? Greetings from yesterday. It is currently Sunday evening in Madison, Wisconsin. So like Dickens' A Christmas Carol, I am the ghost of pre-hospital medicine past. You know, we're in the business to save lives, but quite frankly, we're missing a lot of the low-hanging fruit. Let's look at out-of-hospital cardiac arrest. The general public didn't even learn about CPR until 1972. It caught on, but then we started cluttering it up with things like ACLS, basically waiting until the medics got there with their IVs, airways, drugs, and eventually a defibrillator. You know, this went on for almost 35 years until we realized that survival really wasn't improving. You know, think about it. The first link in this chain has to be initiated by bystanders. And if we want to do this, you know, we have to simplify it. Get rid of the fact that, you know, the person is going to have to put their lips on a vomiting stranger. Then concentrate on prompt, quick, and effective compressions. And there is some technology, you know, the magic box. You know, the defibrillators, when they first came out, they were the size of a washing machine. We've shrunk them down. They're smarter, they're cheaper, and they're becoming more and more widespread. And then you use an out-of-box solution, not just calling 911, but let's get extended bystanders in there. The Good SAM app is a perfect example. And by teaching these simple interventions, you know, we've seen an increase in cardiac arrest on the street. These people are living. And despite all the advances in trauma care over the last half century, I'm absolutely horrified to think about the tens of thousands of people that died from massive hemorrhage in the field because of tourniquet paranoia. You know, the bullshit mantra, life or limb, was taught for way too many years. And it wasn't until our adventures in Afghanistan and Iraq that we realized this dreaded tourniquet not only saved lives, it saved limbs. It was safe and effective. But just like CPR, they have to be owned by bystanders and witnesses. In order to save these massive hemorrhage patients, you know, there's no option to wait till the cavalry comes. You know, we teach Stop the Bleed now to not only medical people, but also the lay public. And the results are showing it works. You know, so remember, all the high-tech stuff, the cath lab, the trauma teams, ECMOs, our helicopters, everything modern medicine has to offer is basically futile unless these first links in the chain are solidly placed. So do you want to save lives? You know, we need to teach ourselves, we need to teach the medical people, but we also need to teach the public to do the basics exceptionally well. Thank you.
Can we get Mike back, please? Hi, Mike. You're speaking to Kat Evans from Bad EM. Thank you very much for going back to basics. Coming from a middle-income country and low-resource environment, this is obviously very important to me. Just with hearing, you know, the whole day we're talking about advances in CPR and very expensive interventions and research. Do you think that ultimately we are ending up with many brain-injured patients in skilled nursing facilities or nursing homes, and where do we actually draw the line?
Didn't quite hear that. Yep.
Are we filling skilled nursing facilities with brain-injured patients more and more with the more advanced interventions that are being performed in CPR?
Well, I guess it all depends really on how readily available those facilities are. But again, you know, getting back to the basics and making sure these people have the care initially in the field is the big thing.
Thank you. I think our time's up.